Tigers now going through their warm-ups, waiting for the more Mustangs to come out of the locker room so that we can get the pregame clock going, still sitting at 20 minutes. Tony, when you look at the St. X team, they haven't won back-to-back games since early January when they beat Trinity and Collegiate back-to-back nights. They've gone loss, win, win, loss, win, loss, loss, win. No consecutive victory since early January. They can turn that around tonight, and they kind of need to for momentum purposes.
Yeah, the second half did not start well after the Collegiate game for the Tigers in January, and getting them back on a little bit of a roll. Going to be a nice crowd here tonight because it's senior night on a Tuesday. You wouldn't expect it, but it is the end of the season, which is always hard to grasp.
Did you realize they hadn't won 2 in a row since early January?
No, I would have never guessed that. I know it's been, some games in there maybe they should have won that, but that happens both ways all the time. But I think an important game tonight. A really, really important game to play well.
Got the Fatheads out here tonight, the Rage Cage. Again, we still are 15 minutes away from the scheduled tip, 20 minutes away from the actual tip. But I think the Rage Cage, you're going to have a pretty good Rage Cage tonight, considering it's a Tuesday night against a 6th region opponent not named DeSales. So I think probably a pretty good crowd coming in here tonight, at least on that side of the arena.
Yeah, and it's students get in free tonight with an ID. So there are some students here tonight, and we've seen some Tuesday nights when there was no students here, and the Rage Cage looked like a...
Well, how about Saturday?
Yeah, well, there was nobody anywhere around here Saturday.
Forget students, there weren't parents. Parents and grandparents weren't even here for the Woodford County game. Let's go back to that Woodford County game. I know it was a blowout, and I know the Tigers were never in danger of having any trouble in that game, but Aiden Mudd really with a breakout performance. I know the official stats have him at 19. I still have him for 21. I'm not changing my mind on that. You got to show me the film to prove he didn't score 21. But he got his start in that game, a rare start for Aiden Mudd, and he was fantastic.
Yeah, John, he had 8 rebounds in the game, 3 offensive, 5 defensive rebounds, had an assist and a couple steals. He just disrupts things, and I just think he's the key if the Tigers want to go anywhere in the postseason. I really think he's the key. A lot of other guys are, too.
Yeah.
But he can be a difference maker for the Tigers, and well, Simon Smith just go out and tomahawk. Didn't show up.
The one senior that won't start tonight, Colin McCarthy, just threw one up off the backboard and dunked it. So it's showtime out here. Now, you can't do it when the refs come out. We learned that the hard way against Mayo.
Yeah, I asked Nickel about that. He said he didn't do it, but he got the technical foul before the game for trying to dunk.
Speaking of Nickel Mosley, 20 points against Woodford County. Did a lot of good things, 4 assists as well, 4 rebounds for the point guard. Didn't play in the J-Town game, and it's a huge factor when he's not out there for part of the game.
Yeah, averages 15 a game, and Tigers had that chance to win that game out of J-Town. They led the whole game, and they kind of messed it up a little bit at the end. And if you got Nickel in the game, I think they would, be in better shape. You never know. But yeah, he's been a mainstay. And that game that we were talking about, the video board, that game against Trinity was one of the best games I've seen a St. guard ever have. In a, especially in a rivalry game, in any game, putting up 39 that night.
If you weren't here and I told you to name the one Tiger that did not score against Woodford County, you probably wouldn't say Ben Varga, but there's a guy told me that they need. He played well against J-Town, shot the ball well against J-Town, but didn't score against Woodford County. Didn't take a lot of shots, didn't have to score. He only took 4 shots for the night. But Ben Varga's a guy, if you want to advance, he's got to put points on the board for you.
Yeah, John, he's taken 293 shots this year, and he's made 71 three-pointers. 192 of them have been threes. So majority, he's had games when he's had 30, he's had games when he's had 20, but he also wedged in a few games when he hasn't scored. Got to be a little more consistent with the junior. If they get consistency out of him and Mosley, hitting their average, Tigers are usually in pretty good shape because that means the other guys just got to do their job.
Go ahead.
The 2 good guards, and I've always been a Ben Varga fan. Solid player, gotten stronger this year, become a much better defensive player too.
And your guy Simon Smith, 3 years ago, he was cut from the freshman team, and now one of the leaders on this team, inside presence, and defensively, stay out of foul trouble, he can get it done.
Well, he's actually shot the ball well from everywhere. 65% field goal percentage, and Johnny's the leading percentage three-point shooter on the team at 47%. Leading rebounder, just a solid guy, and he does a little of everything. He has to defend the big guy most of the time. Him and Bonsback kind of switch off, but he scores, he defends, and he's just a solid part of the St. X team.
Some other games in town tonight. Central, the Yellow Jackets on the road to take on the Trinity Shamrocks. Holy Cross is at home against Western in a 6th region game. And Seneca Ballard, you mentioned and Ballard, one of the favorites, maybe the favorite.
There at Seneca, we saw him, man.
Central assistant.
Yeah, they paid him again. That Seneca team, I know it's in the same district with Trinity. That's going to be, a really good one over there to see who wins that district, and that can be huge in the way the draw falls. Now you can lose and end up in a good spot too. It just matters what the draw is, but you want to be the district winner going in.
Absolutely, because Mail, or the Ballard, you assume, is going to win their district. Mail going to be the favorite in the district here against St. X, especially with Howard Fleming back now. So if you're Trinity Seneca, and you don't want to be a runner-up because odds are pretty good you get one of those two teams in the first round.
Yeah, and the dream for everybody that's not in those two districts is they draw each other on the same side. But 7th region's a tough region to get out of any year, and this year it's top-heavy with Mail and Ballard.
The good news is if Mail and Ballard do both win their districts, St. X has a 50-50 shot here because they're not going to be on the same side as Mail. If Mail and Ballard do happen to draw on the same side, you're on the other side.
Yeah, you would be probably with Seneca or Trinity or Manual and Central, and boy, that's a big difference, isn't it?
That's a huge difference. Manual, by the way, at Pleasure Ridge Park tonight to take on the Panthers. We'll take a break. We're about 15 minutes away from tip-off. We'll hear from the head coach of the Tigers, Kevin Klein, when we come back. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network.
Coach, let's talk about Saturday first, the Woodford County game. You took off after the game, didn't want to do an interview. I don't know what that was about. But let's be honest, not much competition there. Your team came out, and they looked angry from that loss to J-Town.
Well, I was not planning on a 40-point win. I guess I didn't know really where my mind was in that handshake line, but I was happy to get it. And it was great to have you guys there on the press row. But, yeah, great effort. Getting up 10-0, really came ready to go. And just did what we needed to do on both ends. And Woodford County's won 16 games, but they were not that team on Saturday, and I would like to think we had a lot to do with that on both ends of the floor. And when guys are coming out and playing for one another, communicating defensively, playing hard, all those loose balls seem to go our way. We were connected offensively. We passed the ball really well. And believe it or not, we did not meet any of our shooting goals. And to be able to win by that margin speaks volumes for our defense. And then I think we got some easy baskets and executed some half-court offense and sets well. So it was really good to see. We needed that after that J-Town game. We've had 3 late game situations with Dunbar, Eastern, and J-Town that all could have gone either way, and we needed to regroup and get that win in a big way heading into the last week of the regular season, and here we are.
The team kind of hangs its head on defense right now, doesn't it?
Love our defense, and we really, when we were hitting that pothole, really just kind of recalibrated our practices with toughness and defense. And we said, that's who we got to be day in and day out. 50-50 balls got to be 90-10 or 100-0. We got to get every charge opportunity. We can't refuse those. We got to rebound with a vengeance. We got to tag and hit. And that's what can keep you in games no matter what. And watching you all practice last week, Coach Mack said the same thing and said if we go into March Madness and we have a 3 for 19 shooting game from the three-point line, the one thing that can be with us is defense. And same kind of message we've given our guys is defense travels. Defense is a constant effort, energy, attitude. And it's great when shots go in and you execute, but sometimes that might not be at a level that you can control like defense. So we're going to come out with 5 seniors tonight with some great effort defensively, and hopefully that gets us going.
It's one of those every few years you get that senior night that's not actually the last home game because you're hosting the district, but it is senior night tonight. You got 6 guys,
one more question.
managers. Tell me about those guys.
Starters.
Awesome group of guys. It's a very unique set of seniors, starting with the 6 players. 2 of the 6 are not 4-year guys, and Colin McCarthy has just made the team his senior year. Just epitomizes what we're all about, and he helped himself make the team through the spring and summer and fall workouts. He never missed a day. He bought into what we're all about and what his potential role could be. Great guy, great friend to these teammates, and just really proud of Colin being able to get a senior high school basketball experience on his resume. Kyle Bonsbach, part-time 3-year starter, dual sport athlete, great competitor. What I'm most proud about with Kyle is just how good of a kid he is and how tough he competes. And Kyle had a tough start of the year with that ankle injury, but to see his attitude and his love for the team and the program and his teammates was really refreshing to see. So Kyle deserves to go out on a high note. Just a super awesome kid that's got a bright future. Baylor Bayline, another dual sport athlete, just a winner, a leader, a captain. Baylor knows his role. He plays to it very well. A great teammate, a great leader. Guys respect him very much, and we know what we're going to get with Baylor with toughness, hustle, very good passing, offensive rebounding, and he's going to finish shots at the rim. And just very proud of what Baylor has been able to accomplish these 4 years. Matt Lynch, I just kind of call him a junkyard dog that does a little bit of everything, and he's just worked himself so hard into a varsity high school basketball player from where him and his body was freshman year, and even last year, what it is this year. Matt is just an everyday guy that competes his rear end off. He's tough in the weight room. He's first guy on the floor. It means a lot to him, and just really fun to go out there and compete with Matt. With Nickel Mosley, a 4-year guy, very talented player, part-time starter as a junior, a full-time starter this year. Obviously, he's had some big games stat-wise, and we've asked Nickel to play on the ball, off the ball, and just a guy that's been very good at adapting to what we need him to do. And with John Carroll playing well, sometimes it's John at the 1, Nickel at the 2, and Nickel needs to be the 1. He's at the 1, and we can count on him for making some big plays and not being scared of the moment. Nickel's got a great future ahead of him, a chance to play basketball at the next level, and hope those dreams come true for him. And then Simon Smith, just a guy that got cut freshman year, and he's one of our most reliable guys. You talk about a guy that can jump about 40 inches, a guy that can put his head on the rim, a guy that's very reliable with attitude, with effort, with his play recently. Just very proud of what Simon's been able to do. Worked himself into a college player at some level if he has desire to do that. But an even better kid. A guy that's just so humble, so great off the court as he is on the court. And those 6 guys are going to be greatly missed, and just really hope that we can create a memory for them tonight and send them out on a positive note. And then you take Ben Brusher and Daniel Hatfield, 2 managers that do a great job day in and day out behind the scenes with what needs to be done to keep our program rolling. And D is a first-year guy, and he just loves the experience that he's had. He's been all about these guys and his team. And Ben's been a football player and a 4-year manager, so very thankful for what Ben's been able to give, and wish all these guys the best. Are definitely going to be missed, and definitely want to have a positive night for them in our program tonight.
You talked about momentum before that Woodford County game. You got 2 regular season games left. I know it means a lot to you to be able to get wins tonight and at Wagner.
A huge opportunity, and we always say in the preseason, off-season, whatever part of the season it is, you want to be your best by the first game of the postseason tournament. And 2 teams are going to play 9 games in the postseason with 2 in the district district, 3 in the region, and 4 in the state tournament. You got to win that first district game to get to the regional tournament, and we are looking forward to the challenge that Collegiate will bring next Tuesday night. We're fortunate that it's at the Will Center. We love competing and playing here, and we're thankful to hopefully get at least 2 more games, and if we can get out of the district tournament, we'll have a chance to play a regional game, and that's definitely the goal. But momentum, staying healthy, and having a team with a positive vibe and a good morale and very connected is very important as we go into this part of the season.
What's the key to beating this Moore team tonight? They're not extremely deep, and again, what you did against Woodford County was rush them up, especially with your defense. So you try that again tonight?
You know, we're going to throw some different things at them. We don't have our best pressure defense lineup in to start with the 5 seniors that we're going with, but Moore's a dangerous team. Their record's 9-14, but they beat J-Town, who's one of the contenders in the 6th region. So definitely a night like this, we tell our guys, like, the thing we want to look back on is, did we give it our all for those 6 seniors and 2 managers? Did we play with extreme attitude and effort? Throw Moore's record, throw the personnel, throw their schemes out the window. Can we be St. X basketball with high intensity, high attitude, high effort, high ball movement, first to the floor, all those things that we need to be about day in and day out to be our best in the postseason needs to show up tonight. So we'll definitely throw some different looks at them when we get the right personnel in there. But we think these 5 seniors are going to come out just spitting fire with attitude, intensity, toughness, and hopefully get us off to a great start.
At least 3 assistant coaches in here with us during the interview.
3 assistants. Awesome to have Connor, Carter, and Catherine. Little Kevin Joe's a little bit under the weather tonight, and Jessica's in Washington for work. So it's a team effort at this time of the year, and no better place to have the family than St. X.
Good luck tonight.
Thanks, John.
Head coach Kevin Klein will be back with the opening tip. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Basic Impact Sports Radio Network.
Between the Moore Mustangs and the St. X Tigers. One senior we didn't really talk about before Kevin Klein's interview there, Tony, was Matt Lynch. He called him the junkyard dog. You call him the glue guy. What's Matt Lynch bringing? He'll start at guard tonight, by the way.
Well, he's 6'1". If he's 6'1", he plays both.
Yeah,
back
he
and
likes
forth.
to mix it up inside, though.
Right, he does, but he can step out and play guard. A guy that just plays hard all the time. I mean, plain and simple, he's made some big threes at times. He's gotten some big rebounds. You know, he's going to play defense. He'll get on the floor. Just a guy, you know, that you want on your team because he plays hard all the time. And he's been a mainstay this year. And all these guys, I tell you one thing I like about these guys, these seniors, I think you can go through them. They play hard, and I think the St. X team plays hard. They don't always play well. That's any team. But, Matt Lynch, I've said it since day one this year. He's a good guy.
All right, we teased it earlier. Let's go with our 6th and 7th region picks. I'll let you go first. Let's start in the 6th region because I think it's wide open. Fern Creek probably would be the odds-on favorite, but there's a whole lot of teams that can win that 6th region. Who you got?
Well, if you look at the top teams record-wise, you got Fern Creek, Butler, J-Town, PRP, and DeSales, and North Bullitt. I like, and I told you this the other night, I like Butler winning the 6.
All right.
They're my team.
They are 16-8 overall, 8-2 in region play. I got to go with Fern Creek, Tony. When you're 10-0 in your region, that tells me you've pretty much beaten everybody in your region up to this point. And
well, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's Mr. Obvious. I think they've got the most talent in the region. I agree with all that. I think DeSales has a shot here.
I think DeSales does too, and I tell you what, I mean, don't forget about PRP. PRP's had some really good wins. And it still comes.
They won at Ballard earlier this year.
And we talked about this, John. It's about who's playing well right now. And I think DeSales can win the 6th, but I'm going to go with Butler.
And I'll take Fern Creek. 7th region, who you got? It appears to be a 2-horse race.
Well, I'm going to say it is a 2-horse race, but you never know. Me right now, I'm going to go with the team everybody thought was the best team in the state when the season started, and that's the Male Bulldogs.
Howard Fleming, what a difference maker that is with him coming back.
Yeah, you've already got a great team, and then you bring back a 6'6" guy that's long, that can defend, that can score. Kind of makes your team better.
Yeah, you would think so.
And it's after the second half of the season.
Come on.
Yeah, but no, I think starting the season, Male was the favorite. Ballard was early on, Ballard was playing better than anybody, and they're still playing well. You're looking at a Male team who's 25-4 and a Ballard team who's 23-4. So not many losses and a whole lot of W's on both of those teams.
Are the Male coaches here tonight, Tony? I sort of expect them to be here. But Tim Hayworth, in his second year over there, has done an incredible job, and he's got some great talent.
They do, and Tyron Moore, a candidate for Mr. Basketball. I saw that in the paper the other day, a guy that's been there for 17 years. He's just a steady player, and they have so much talent, and they also have some young talent, too.
All right, I'm going to go with it this way. Male and Ballard draw on the same side as district champions. Male beats Ballard in the semifinal. St. X comes from the other side and knocks off Male. Third time's the charm. After Male wins here at St. X a week from Thursday, knocks off I'm taking the Tigers to win the 7th region.
I hope you're right, brother.
Perhaps
I hope you're right.
There's a chance I'm looking through green and gold glasses. What do you think?
I think you definitely are, but you know what? Hey, you've been right one time or two times in your life, so let's hope you're right one time.
What was the second time?
I don't know.
Oh, when I married my wife. Both times. All right, we'll take a break. Come back with the opening tip. We'll take our first quarter break here. We'll come back with the opening tip. And Tony will have the starting lineups as well. You're listening to St. X High School Basketball on the Bissing Impact Sports Radio Network. Back at St. X, John Spears, Tony Burke, as you hear the ending of the playing of our national anthem. Tony has a look at tonight's starting lineup.
First for the Moore Mustangs, Coach Roy Sutton, 9-14 on the year. One of the starters, number 15, Jaquez Ward, a sophomore, 2 points a game, 1 rebound. Number 24, Jera Anderson, a junior, 8 points a game, 5 rebounds. One of the other starters, number 2, Ray Von Vaden, a senior, 8 points a game, 5 rebounds. The 4 starters, number 4, Darius Carver, he's a junior, 13 points a game and 4 rebounds. And the other starters, number 11, Duvon Green. And the lights went off on me, John. I got my phone here. Let's get Number 11, Duvon Green, a senior, 17 points and 6 rebounds. The Tigers will start under Coach Kevin Kline, 16-9. 5 seniors tonight, actually 6. Colin McCarthy, number 22, a senior. 6'4" is a honorary starter tonight. Yep. The other starters are number 34, Baylor Bayline, a senior, 6'2". One of the other forwards, number 31, Kyle Bonsback, a senior, 6'3", 5 points. 4 points and 5 rebounds. The third forward is number 32, Simon Smith, a senior, 6'3", 10 points a game. One of the starting guards tonight is number 24, Matt Lynch, senior, 6'1", 6 points a game, 4 rebounds. And the fifth starter at guard, number 5, Nickel Mosley, senior, 5'10", 15 points a game, 3 rebounds.
And the key tonight is what, Tony Burke?
Key tonight, John, is energy to me. You got a great crowd at senior night. You got to control that energy to start the game. The seniors. Moore's not a good outside shooting team. Everything I read on the scouting report, penetrators. So take away the penetration, contest shots, get some buckets and get you a W.
You expect to see a lot more of that 1-2-2 with Aiden Mudd out on top of it, since based on the fact that Moore's not considered a good three-point shooting team?
I think so, John, especially with the starting lineup they're starting with tonight. I think you might see him come out in that right off, because you've got Bonsback, Smith, and underclassmen after that.
More in their black road uniforms. I guess that's navy blue numerals with white trim. Tigers in their traditional home whites with green numerals and gold trim. We've had the hype video. The Tigers being announced right now.
Well, what they did was really cool. They announced the managers as starters. Then they did McCarthy, and now they're going with the 5 senior starters. So when you got 6 seniors, it's hard to start them all.
Roy Sutton, head coach of the Mustangs. The Mustangs are 9-14 on the season. Tigers, as I mentioned, 16-9 under Kevin Kline. Final regular season home game of the year here. We'll be on the air next Tuesday as district play begins right here. St. X and Central, approximate 7:30 start for that one next week. Tigers will finish out the regular season on the road this Friday night, where Kevin Kline was a head coach once, Wagner High School.
Yeah, Coach Brian O'Neill, our buddy who likes to talk to us when we do the games here. But yeah, the Tigers can get 2 wins, John. They would go 18-9 in the regular season, which is not top liver going into the district play. But you got to come out here and play, and you get nothing for what you've done before. It's what you do tonight.
Jera Anderson will jump up for the Mustangs. Tigers will go right to left as we look at it from the bench side of the court here at the Will Center. Simon Smith will take the jump at the Tigers, and they hit it right at us, does Simon Smith. And hits the table, and it'll be more ball to start.
I know I would set the play for him, but you can't tip it to me.
Can't do it. DeJuan Green takes the inbound pass, and Tigers look like they're in man-to-man here. And Bonsbach comes to get Rayvon Vaden. He hands it off, takes it back, right corner, fake the 3. Now goes back out top. They swing it over to Green, high left, guarded by Mosley. Drives around Mosley, goes in for the layup. It's up and good off the glass. Leading scorer on the year for the Mustangs gets the first 2. And Moore shows a little pressure in the backcourt, a little 1-2-2 zone press. Lynch has it in the front court, double team comes, throws it high and deep. The Bayline on the baseline, gets it out front to Mosley, and the Tigers reset. Nickel out top. Right side to Lynch. They look for the lob down low to Simon Smith and hit the backboard. And here come the Mustangs. Lord throws it across court in the backcourt to Green. He's at the top against Mosley. Gets a high screen. Mosley late to get through it, but he does. Thrown over on the right to Von Vaden. Vaden gets it back, and now runs over Mosley. It's going to be an offensive foul. Well, Mosley wasn't set, but I think he just sort of extended the chicken wing there.
Well, Vaden kind of just went into him hard, and he gets the offensive foul, and the first foul of the game on Vaden. Tigers will inbounds, and like you said, they ran the backdoor alley-oop screen, but a bad pass by Matt Lynch, and now more in a 1-2-2 full-court press.
Mosley in the backcourt. Anderson comes to get him. He dribbles across. Double team comes. He splits it, and luckily, foul called on the reach against the Mustangs, and that's on Jera Anderson.
Well, they had
Gerard Anderson, his first.
And they had a good trap, but you can't reach in and you get in trouble.
Mosley in the backcourt will walk it across. Carver comes to meet him at the timeline. Dribbles high left, looks out for a high screen from Smith, takes it, now gets it, tries to get it down low, taken away by Lord. Lazy pass from Mosley. The Tigers still scoreless here with 6:25 to go in the quarter. Dribbling left, dropping it off, and a three in the air and in and out from Anderson. Tigers get the ball off the deck there, and Mosley brings it across. Dribbles left, hands it to Bonsbach, out top to Lynch. He drives to the top of the key to Mosley. Long three, left side, in and out, no good. Rebound by Anderson. Gets it ahead to Lord. Mustangs will slow it down. They get it back out to Green. Losing the ball is Anderson, and here's Mosley the other way. Gets it to a cutting Smith. Down low to Bayline. Back to Simon Smith. His three is short. He'll try to chase it down. Anderson had it. Lost it to Lynch. Matt drives with an 8-footer. No good. Tigers can't throw it in the ocean. Knocked out of bounds by two Tigers. It'll be more basketball.
Well, what you see with the Tiger offense, John, you got three guys that play under the basket. Simon Smith's actually playing the three spot with Bayline and Bonds back in the game, so there's not a lot of offense, and we haven't seen much offense. Tigers trail 2-0.
Green will walk it across. Mosley comes to meet him between the circles. High left to Vaden, looks down low, nothing there. Swings it over to Carver, high left. To Lord, he goes to the free throw line, hands it off to Anderson down the lane, lost it on the way up, and Bonsbach got it for the Tigers. Here's Mosley on the delayed break across the timeline. In trouble, kicks it high left to Bonsbach. One dribble from Kyle, right side to Simon Smith. Bonsbach cuts, he hits him, and he rolls in and out. A little jump hook looked good, but didn't go down. Green had the rebound, brings it all the way down himself. Bayline comes out to get him near center court. That's a mismatch. Green will try to take Bayline one-on-one. He goes around him, and Baylor Bayline with the mugging of DeJuan Green.
Well, we'll see the Tigers make their first substitutions of the game. Mudd and Vargas sitting at the table. But you can see what Moore's trying to do. They called it on the floor.
And I don't think Coach Sutton agrees with that. It was close. I think Bayline was trying to make sure it was on the floor, but it certainly looked to me like Green was heading up, and now Coach Sutton realizes they didn't call it a shooting foul. Baden to put it in play, throws it high and deep and over the head of Varga in the backcourt. Taken there by Carver. He'll walk it across. Varga comes to get him. Carver looks like he wants to go. He does. Spins in the lane with a 15-footer. Rolls out Mudd above everybody for the rebound. He hits Mosley with it. Nickel to the top of the key. Out of the free throw line. Dribbles into the lane. Hands it to Varga for a 17-footer. Good. Tigers score after 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Here's a long three air ball from Green. And a hit ahead to Bonsbach, who lays it up and in. Mosley, the point guard, got the rebound. Bonsbach got the snowbird. 4-2 Tigers with their first lead. 4 minutes to go in the quarter. Here's Vaden out top, high right. Guarded by Mosley. Just dribbling out near the center court line. It's at the Carver. They fake the handoff. Carver goes in and lays it in. No help from the Tiger D there as Darius Carver gets his first two. We're tied at 4. Mosley looking, still looking, gets it across to Mudd. Double team comes, goes left, and he's tripped up, and a foul going to be called on Anderson, and that's going to be his second.
Yeah, and I think it was just a late whistle, but he did catch him going by, so you got to call that just a late call. And as a coach, you hate that, man, when they call him late, but it's definitely a call on the play.
Second on Anderson, third on the Mustangs, and Future Brooks, one of our favorite new names, comes into the game. He's got a bright
there you go.
Outlook. Future Brooks here in for the Mustangs. Anderson will take his 2 fouls to the bench. Mosley out top to Varga. Then fake the three, now takes the three and hits the three. Tigers lead at 7-4. Here's Green in the front court to Vaden, high right. Mosley comes to get him. Back to Green, who's got Bonsbach in another mismatch here. He gets it to Vaden. Fake the three. Tries to drive on Mosley. Cut off. Out to Green. Steps inside the three-point line with a 15-footer good. DeJuan Green gives the shush sign to the Tiger Rage Cage. Mudd right side to Smith. Simon dribbles out top and gets it to Mosley for a reset. Mosley against Brooks. Goes one-on-one. Fake. Got him in the air. 15-footer good. First two for Nickel. 9-6 Tigers. 2:40 to go in the first. Green comes left. Bonsbach comes to get him. Swung around to the right to Carver. Looking down low. Now he dribbles against Varga. Gets it to Green. Bonsbach chases him into the corner. Green tries to dribble left. Cut off there. Double team comes. Over to Carver. He goes baseline. Bonsbach got a piece of him. No call here. The ball is now swung to Lord, who goes up, puts it up, no good, over Mudd, who challenged the shot, and Bonsbach comes down with it. Here's Mosley into the front court. Goes right around the defender, gets in the corner to Simon Smith. Fake the three, out to a wide open Varga, good.
Can't let him shoot those.
Ben is 3 for 3 tonight, 2 for 2 from distance. He's got 8, it's 12-6 Tigers. Green will walk it across with 1:47 to go in the quarter. High right to Vaden. Double team comes. They got it down low and now an easy layup for Brooks. Good ball movement, and it looked like the Mustangs were ready for the double team there. 12-8 in favor of St. X. Mosley walks it across as the pressure backs off this time. Cross court to Mudd. They left him alone for three, and it rolls out. Smith with the rebound, ball fake, layup. Terrific offensive rebound by Simon Smith, who avoided the blockout. Green high left against Bonsbach, dribbles to the corner, cut off there, kicks it out top to Vaden, swing around to Brooks, right side to Carver. Carver out top to Green, guarded by Bonsbach. Dribbles into the lane, flips it up, and boy, Coach Cooper wanted a foul there. Coach Sutton wanted a foul there. Probably should have got it as well. Instead, it's 14-10. Under a minute to go in the quarter. Here's Mosley out top, left side to Varga, feeling it, takes it, missed it. Long rebound, saved by Simon Smith to Mudd. Aiden with one dribble, stops, over to Varga. Then we'll kick it out to Mosley with 30 seconds to go in the quarter. Kevin Klein wants one shot. Mosley dribbling around, goes into the lane, and he's fouled by Brooks. Long time between whistles there, Tom.
Sure was, John, and I think Kyle Bonsbach was tired a long time ago. Yeah, if there's anybody happy for that stoppage in play, was but Future Brooks gets the foul. And now the Tigers, with 22 seconds, will have the ball. They lead by 4 right in front of us here at half court.
Fred Smith in for the Mustangs, and John Carroll in for the Tigers. Double team coming in the back court. Mosley runs away from it. Gets it to Carroll with 15 seconds. Front court to Mudd. He'll stop. Take an 18-footer. It rolls in. First two for Aiden Mudd, and Tigers will not get the last shot as Green comes the other way against Mosley. Takes the three, and he's fouled. Wow.
What a bad play by Nickel Mosley.
Mosley questioning the call there, and I'd like to see it again because I think he was getting a hand up trying not to foul him. But you take a chance there with 1.1 to go in the quarter.
Yeah, that's the issue, John. You can't do that. 58% foul shooter Green is, but he'll have 3 of them.
First free throw of the night for DeJuan Green. And he knocks it down for his 7th point.
You let him out right there by fouling.
16-11. He can cut the lead to 3 here at the end of the quarter. He will not as the second one goes in and out. Mustangs having his team meeting at the free throw line. The referee had to step in and say, nope, we're not doing that. The Tigers, if there's a miss here, you just got to get the rebound. There is not a miss. Green has 8 of the 12. Here's Varga with a bomb from three-quarter court off the backboard, no good. And we're 1 quarter into the books here. The Tigers leading at 16-12. We'll take a break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. Sinex ball to start the second half. DeJuan Green with 8 to lead the Mustangs. Ben Varga with 8 to lead the Tigers. Varga, Mosley, Carroll, Smith. That's Simon Smith and Aiden Mudd to start the second quarter for Sinex. Mosley, high left to Carroll. They look for the lob. It's not there. Back to Mosley. Back to Carroll. They play pitch and catch. Long one in the corner to Varga. He'll take a long three. No good. Mudd went up for the rebound, but he pushed before he went up. And that'll be the first foul on Aiden Mudd. Now 3 on the Tigers.
Yeah, you want Varga shooting the threes, but he wasn't really set on that one. And it almost went in anyway, but Mudd did push before he went up. So Tigers still lead by 4 here as Moore brings the ball in the front court.
Green hands it off to Carver. Dribbles left to Brooks. Trying to go on Carroll. Cut off there. Picked up his dribble and got it to Carver. Mudd comes to get him. Out top to E.J. Waller, who's in the game for the first time for the Mustangs. Green's got it now out top. Going against Varga. To Waller in the corner. He goes baseline with a layup. Good. Littlest guy on the floor, Tony, but that was a quick move, and E.J. Waller has his first 2. John Carroll in the front court. Dribbles against Waller. Might have walked, got away with it. Varga gets it in the corner. Back out to Carroll. One dribble, handoff Mosley. Nickel tries to dribble right, cut off by Green. High left to Carroll. Hands it to Mosley on the switch. Waller picks him up. Simon Smith out top, gets it to Mosley. He drives left, goes up with a floating runner. Good. Well, he was trying to draw contact, thought he did, no whistle. Went up and put it in. Here's Carver in the front court against Varga. Dribbles out top to Waller. High left to Green. Green driving on Carroll into the lane. Throws a bullet into the right side corner, and partially blocked is the jump shot, and the ball goes out of bounds. Say it went off Aiden Mudd. And the Mustangs will keep it.
Lynch Bayline in the game. Mosley and Smith will take a seat. Moore will inbound under their own basket. 6:31 second quarter. 18-14 Tigers.
First trip to the bench for Mosley and Simon Smith here. As Waller will put it in play. And if I'm Tigers, I'm posting Waller up on the other end. Into Green. He out-jumps Carroll for it. Now drives into the lane. Step back 15-footer. Good.
Pretty.
Green in double figures with 10. He averages 17 on the season. There's Varga into the front court. Hands it to Carroll. John Carroll inside the three-point line with a jumper. Good. Nothing but the bottom of the net for John Carroll. Tigers get his first 2. Carver the other way, lays it up, rolls out. Varga gave ground, Carver missed it. Here come the Tigers the other way. Matt Lynch into the lane, stops, lays it up and in. And they're going to call Aiden Mudd, the referee, going to tell him to let the ball go through the delay of game warning on Aiden Mudd. Let the ball drop as it goes through the net, I suppose.
We got rules. You got to go by.
I guess. Trey Ellis into the game for the first time for the Mustangs. It's 22-16 Tigers. Under 6 minutes to play here in the first half. Green walks it across. Tigers in the zone here. They try to throw it across court. Varga got a piece of it and went right to Bayline. Here's Carroll the other way for the Tigers. It's a double screen out top. Steps into the lane. Out to Varga. Long three, but wide open and nothing but the bottom of the net. Moore calls timeout. We'll take one as well. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissell Impact Sports Radio Network. 25-16, Tigers with their biggest lead of the night forced a timeout by the Moore Mustangs.
Well, Tigers in a 40-second span had 7 points, and Coach Roy Sutton called the timeout, so Moore will inbounds in front of the Tiger bench.
Waller's got it. He'll hand it to Green out on top of the center X. Varga comes to get him, but not too far out. As Green dribbles around. Tigers in the zone here, that 1-2-2, and Varga on the point of it here, Tony. Waller with a long three. Good. Second field goal. He's got 5. Lays it in. Terrific pass that time, a terrific find. And Matt Lynch with his second field goal. Here's a long three from Green. In and out, no good. Lynch up for the rebound. One dribble, hands it to John Carroll. Tigers look for a delayed break here. Carroll gets a high screen from Varga again. Gives it to Lynch. Free throw line jumper. Good. Matt Lynch was 6 all here in the quarter. Tigers lead is up to 10, their biggest of the night. Carver, stop, pop, bank shot, no good. Ball loose on the ground, saved in by Waller, knocked away by the Tigers, and Bayline, who knocked it away, comes up with it. Here's Lynch the other way. He'll slow it down as he crosses center court, hands it to Varga. Ben, top of the key, long three, way off short, knocked away by Lynch and picked up by the Moore Mustangs. Here's Green the other way, goes all the way and lays it up and rolls off, but a foul on John Carroll will send DeJuan Green to the free throw line.
Well, a lot of long three-pointers off the dribble at both ends of the floor. Moore Mustangs hit one, but then they missed 2, and that maybe Varga a little quick on the trigger there. A lot of Tigers sitting at the table as Green goes back to the foul line where he's 2 for 3 tonight.
He'll shoot a pair. 3:50 to go first half here. Tigers lead is 10, make it 10 as the back rims. Mikel McCoy in the game for the first time for the Mustangs. Vaden back in as well. Tigers send Simon Smith, Cam Jaggers, and Nickel Mosley into the game. Green, it's one of those colors, makes the second free throw. He's got 11 to lead all scorers while he's tied with Varga. It's 29-20. Mosley in the backcourt. Double team comes. One dribble, gets it to Jaggers. Jaggers across the timeline. Has to watch out for the back tip. He gets it back to Mosley. Man down in the lane, and Mosley takes advantage, drives, drops it for Bayline, who wasn't ready for it, but rescued it and got it back out to Lynch. Lynch gets a high screen, turns it down, goes into the lane with a floater. It rolls in. And Matt Lynch all of a sudden hot. He's got 8 to lead up to 11 for the Tigers at 31-20. Right corner, Vaden, double team comes out of the zone defense for the Tigers. Moore swings it around to Waller on the left side. Down low, knocked away, but the Green saves it out top. Vaden's got it, top of the key to Green. They get it in the corner. Extra pass three-pointer is good. Up and in for Trey Ellis. Lynch in trouble in the backcourt, gets it to Mosley. Had trouble getting it actually inbounds there. Good passing from the Mustangs there, made the extra pass. 2:50 to go in the half. Mosley, handoff out top to Jaggers. Camden drives to the top of the key, now dribbles out, hands it to Lynch. Lynch back out to Mosley. Tigers reset. Bayline's got it, back to Mosley, top of the key, wide open three, good. Well, the defender went under the Bayline screen, and he just handed it back to Mosley for the easy three. Vaden out top, gets it to Green, left side, 3-ball in the air, bank in for Trey Ellis.
He'll take it.
He'll take it, but it was not intentional. 34-26 as the scoring is picked up here in the second quarter. 2:10 to go in the half. Mosley has it out top against Waller, dribbles left. Double team comes. Simon Smith on the elbow. One dribble to Lynch. Wide open right side three, no good. And Waller the offside, a rebound by himself. He'll bring it across against Mosley. Gets it to Vaden. Vaden drives, drops it, and a block from behind. They get it to Ellis. He puts it up off the glass, no good. Bayline tipped it out, and Mosley's got it. 1-on-3 the other way. Nickel wisely stops, maybe unwisely takes a three. It's no good. Bayline with a rebound, goes back up. His shot is blocked and knocked out of bounds. Oh, bad call. Vaden knocked it out of bounds, but they're going to give it to Moore.
Klein not real happy with the call, but Tigers.
Bad call.
Yeah, and the game's really picked up. You made a good point, John. They're getting up and down the floor. Guys are getting after. Tigers lead 34-26, minute 35 left first half.
Tigers staying in that zone defense here as Green walks it across. Dribbles left, handoff to Vaden. They run the handoff weave out top. Waller's got it. Long three. Back rim this one. Simon Smith had it and secures it away from Rayvon Vaden. And a foul on Ellis as Mosley tried to go up the sideline. It'll be the first on Trey Ellis and 5 now on the Mustangs, who had 4 in the first quarter. That's their first foul of this quarter. 34-26. Tigers lead is 8 with 1:10 to go here in the half. Mosley out top. Cross court to Lynch. They play pitch and catch. Lob down low, knocked away. Not a good pass. Simon Smith fights for it on the ground, and it's going to be a held ball, I believe. And that'll give it to Moore with 57 seconds to go in the half.
Well, John, they run the backdoor alley-oop play, and Mosley so far out on the floor trying to make that pass. Did a nice job by Ellis, I believe it was, that go up, and the ball wasn't thrown high enough. If it's not there, you don't throw it. And now Makai Smith comes into the game for the Tigers. Just under a minute, 8-point Tiger lead.
First appearance for the sophomore tonight. Green will bring it across. Tigers go man-to-man here. Makai Smith will pick up DeJuan Green. Near center court. Green dribbles right, handoff to Ellis. He hands it off to Waller. He goes right into the lane, and a whistle as Makai Smith just took it away from him. Kevin Klein not going to be happy with this call either. It'll be the first on Makai, 5th on the Tigers. Both teams with 5 team fouls now with 41 seconds to go. Moore puts it in under their own basket. They throw it out high. Bad pass. Tigers didn't see it coming. Vaden rescued it. Got it out to Green. Green dribbling against Makai Smith out top. Wants to go. Does go. In trouble. Flipped it up. And Bonsbach, I think, got a piece of him as he did. And Green will go to the free throw line. First foul on Kyle Bonsbach.
Well, John, Makai Smith has not looked like he's got his quickness back since he's been off the injury. And that time, Green just blew right bang.
First foul on Bonsbach. That's 6 on the Tigers. And DeJuan Green, who's 3 for 5 at the line, will shoot 2 more. This one's long and wide right. Somebody shut that door. They'll have one more.
He is Moore's leading scorer. He owes a 17 a game, but Moore trying to cut this lead down a little bit before half. Tigers will probably go for the last shot.
They'll try to at least. He makes the second one. 12 for Green. As Tony said, he averages 17. Mosley walks across with 21 seconds. Green not close enough for a count yet. Now he is, and Nichols sends it across to Makai Smith. Makai Smith with 10 seconds, back to Mosley. 8 to go. Mosley dribbles left. Stops, fake the 3, got it out to Makai with 2. Right side Lynch with a bomb with 1 second. It just barely got rimmed. Not a well-run last play of the half for the Tigers. It is 34-27, St. X here at the break. The senior cheerleaders will be honored here at halftime. We saw Tim Camposano. He doesn't dress up a lot, but he dressed up for his daughter's senior cheerleader event tonight. Good for Campy, right?
Yes, sir.
We'll take a break, come back. The Eye Care Institute halftime report is on the way. Tigers lead it by 7. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Big Impact Sports Radio Network. can watch the game tonight on livesportscaster.com. Listen to Tony and I with the call. But Tim Bryan here with us as always. You can watch it, stream it online with our audio at livesportscaster.com. Up and down first half there, Tony. The Tigers, I think, want to get the other team to run, but I think Moore's okay with that.
Yeah, Moore wants to get up and down. They have hit some threes, but have one banked in. I think, you can tell by the way they run their offense, they're trying to get an advantage and penetrate and get that. Tigers, for the most part, have done a pretty good job on that, and then they've rebounded well defensively. But, Varga was hot early. Lynch got going, but Tigers have a 7-point lead here at half.
And 57.7% for the first half for the Tigers. I'm a little surprised, but it doesn't feel like it.
No, it doesn't. But they're 4 for 13 from the three-point line. From 2-point, just regular field goals, they're 15 for 26, which is pretty darn good. But you got to shoot the three a little better. And Vargas hit 3 of them. He's 3 for 6 from the three-point line, and that's why he leads the Tigers with 11.
They're 11 for 13 in two-pointers because that's all field goals. So
yeah.
11 for 13 inside. You know, what's that say? Take more shots inside the arc?
That's what I'm guessing.
You're shooting them better.
No, and you know what? Their looks have been pretty good. They forced a couple from 3, but if you don't go away from something when it's working for you, do you?
John Candy never did. Individual scoring?
Yeah, John first for the Moore Mustangs. Future Brooks has 2, and so does Darius Carver. 5 for E.J. Waller, 6 for Trey Brooks. The leading scorer for the Moore Mustangs is Duran Green with 12. The St. X Tigers tonight have 2 out of Carroll, 2 out of Simon Smith, 2 out of Aiden Mudd. They also have 2 out of Kyle Bonsback. 7 points for Nickel Mosley, 8 points for Matt Lynch, and leading scorer for the Tigers in the first half is Ben Varga with 11 points.
And Matt Lynch did a great job, I thought, in that second quarter, Tony. He is from the field. He missed that last 3-pointer, but he's taking the most shots for the Tigers tonight. That's a
Varga's taking 7 too.
With 7 apiece. That's a little bit of a surprise for Matt. But he's had a couple of good looks at the basket, good layups, and offensively, sometimes a guy like Simon Smith's not getting it done. He's got no points tonight, or 2 points, 3 rebounds tonight. You need help elsewhere, and it's a good job by Lynch to get in there.
Well, one thing that would worry me back if I'm Coach Klein is the Tigers have shot no foul shots, and they're a little bigger team and trying to get to the basket. You got to get to the foul line, and
so
Moore
be more physical offensively.
I think so. Moore has shot 7 free throws, but they've all been by Green, and he's 4 for 7.
I would be remiss. The cheerleaders were just honored, but the St. X Pep Band will be honored here at halftime as well. We'll take another break, come back. Second half action is on the way. St. X leads Moore here 34-27 at the break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. (34-27), the Tigers lead Moore. Tony has a look at some other scores around the county.
I do, John. At halftime, out at Ballard, Seneca leads Ballard 44-38. The Butler Bears are up at halftime over Southern 35-24. Second quarter, Trinity leads Central 14-12. Manual in the third quarter leads PRP 28-23.
And I think Seneca, we were talking before the game about who we thought would win the 7th region, who the dark horse is. Seneca's a dark horse in that 7th region because the way they play, you talked about Coach Coleman. The way they play, they are always in motion. They're a very difficult team to defend.
They're very difficult. They shoot it pretty well from the three-point line, and they're constant motion. And Seneca's quick, and they're the type of team you do not want to see in the region if you would happen to had some struggles and had some great games. And, boy, it's always good when you see them go in early because you feel like they're going to keep going in.
Simon Smith, got to get him in the scoring column tonight. I think maybe more of an effort in the second half to get the ball down low. You've been good inside the three-point arc, but Simon's a guy that hasn't had a lot of opportunities tonight.
I think I'd put him in the screen roll with either Nickel or Varga and make them play. And if Waller's in the game, John, if Waller's in the game, I have to get him in screen roll and get a switch. You're hoping to get that switch, and then get a guy like Simon Smith or Aiden Mudd on Waller. You got a guy that's a whole lot taller.
And late in that half, they ran the screen. Bayline took the pass at the top of the key. As Nickel Mosley was going to the top, his defender went below the screen. All Bayline did was just kind of hand it back to Nickel and say, shoot it, wide open, top of the key, easiest three there is.
Yeah, you did a great job of screening, plus you got an assist because he just stepped back behind you and knocked it down. So, Bayline's a heady player. He plays hard. But Tigers, if the Tigers want to win this game, John, it's going to be cutting the drive off. And I firmly believe getting the ball down on the block and getting a few buckets.
When they get out, you're out job.
We will take one more break here before start of the second half begins. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. I guess, show here as we honor the seniors here on senior night. 6 basketball players, 2 basketball managers. We had about 8 cheerleaders out there got honored as well. The band was also recognized tonight. Senior members of the St. X marching band. It's 34-27. St. X with the lead here against Moore, trying to get their 17th win of the season. And Moore's hanging around here, Tony. You kind of Tigers got up 11 at one point, 31-20, but give the Mustangs credit, a team that hasn't hit threes. They've hit 3 tonight, all of them off their bench, by the way. E.J. Waller's got 1, and Trey Ellis 2, one of which was banked in from the wing. Maybe that should only count for a point and a half, but when it goes in, it counts, and they're just kind of hanging around here.
Yeah, John, what they do, and Coach Sutton over here, Coach Sutton's into it over here coaching, and I'm telling you, he gets after it, and their defense gets after it too. So, one thing I do like is the intensity Moore has shown tonight. Now they got to get the ball in the basket. They've only got 27 points here at halftime.
We did see a lot of intensity out of Coach Sutton.
He was out there guarding. I think he was in one of the traps earlier.
He's not your way like Coach Jerron Brown was the other day, but he's up, he's into it. And I like to see that. The freshmen and JV levels, their coaches were the same way. They are teaching while the game's going on. And you always like to see that out of the coaching staff.
Yeah, they're very active. You know me. You saw me over here Sunday coaching.
I would have told you
that's the way I coach.
Jim Brinkman sitting there doing the PA on Sunday. Congratulations, by the way. Haven't mentioned it, but your St. Martha Shamrock 8th grade A team, 6 city champs. Coaching did not stop them from winning the title this year.
No, we knew that. We knew if they could get through my coaching, they would be fine. They ended up we ended up undefeated. Won Christmas tournament, went undefeated during the year, and then won.
And an impressive run in the postseason, I must say.
Yeah, we played very well, all double-digit victories, and that's a tribute to my kids and their talent level and just smart. So, it's fun. You get to come over here to St. X High School or Trinity, whichever one, and we got to come over here to St. X where I know lots of people. You were here, thank you.
Yep.
And the support we had was great, and we're going to get the clock rolling here.
Yes,
3 minutes till the second half starts.
St. X, Trinity, DeSales, Assumption for the girls, wherever they play these CSAA tournaments, they do a great job. Big crowds every time. Crowd control could be an issue, but all these places do a great job of getting one crowd in and then getting them out for the next game, and only 5 or 10 minutes between games there. But it's always a fun championship Sunday, isn't it?
Yeah, and Saturday I was over at Assumption for the girls' games before we did the Woodford County here game, and great crowds. With future high school players and maybe not just basketball players, other sports, and it's just, good support by the school, and it's something you can treasure when you win, and, at any level when you win a championship, you take that with you the rest of your life.
You guys getting rings? How's that work? Or just a pizza party?
I think a car. I think they promised me.
I think St. Martha has called and said, yeah, we told him we'd get him a car, but we didn't really think he'd win it.
They did tell me they would raise my salary times what I make now by like 100,000.
Nothing.
So zero times 100 salary,
yeah.
100,000 zero.
No, congratulations, Tony. Great job all year, and you do a great job with the kids. I don't mind saying that. Parents love you, and that's hard. That's one of the hardest things to get as a coach. You know that, is parents to love you, and you do such a great job with their kids that I don't think you have many problems with the parents. They know you're all about the kids.
Well, one good thing, John, is when you're not a parent, you coach, and my assistants too, is you're just there because you love doing it, and there's no other.
That level, yeah.
Yeah, and that helps a lot, I think. Yeah. Nothing wrong with parents coaching, but it's a lot easier when you have no dog in the fight.
No affiliation. You did coach your son at one time, though.
Well, as you would say, he was on a certain team.
I say it all the time. My daughter was on the C team. This is my daughter because there was no D team.
Well, you know what? It's about playing. We always have a saying, and I use it at this level and even in the college. It's not always about the destination. It's about the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. And we are about to get this journey back underway. Extended halftime, which cuts into our Kentucky LSU viewing tonight. I don't think Alan Donhoff took that into account at all, nor should he, but we're about ready to get back underway. Tigers lead at 34-27. Ben Varga with 11 to lead St. X. DeJuan Green. Tigers got to figure out a way to slow DeJuan Green around, or slow him down on his penetration. He's got 12.
Well, Green's quick. He's quick with the ball, and you can tell he can pull up on a dime and shoot the ball, and Tigers have stayed in front pretty well, and now they have to do a good job in the second half. So if you just joined us, Tigers lead 34-27 here at half on senior night, and we're getting ready for the second half. And the Tigers did defer.
Just to be clear, Tigers will finish the regular season Friday at Wagner. No radio for that game. We considered it earlier in the year, but we've picked up enough games at Mail and Ballard, who were very gracious in allowing us to come in and do the games there, that we are not going to broadcast the Wagner game on Friday. We will be back on the air next Tuesday with district action as the Tigers play at home here against Collegiate. Tigers back with their normal starters here, I guess you would say, although they really don't have a normal starting lineup, but it's Varga, Mosley, Lynch, Mudd, and Simon Smith. Tigers have it first. Ball in the right corner to Varga. Tried to throw it down low to Simon Smith, who got a screen from Mudd. Set play, but Moore knocked it out of bounds.
That's what we talked about, trying to get the ball in low. They tried to get it to Simon Smith, but Moore kicks it out of bounds. Tigers inbound running their own basket.
Mosley looks, long one inbounds, tipped away and stolen by Brown. He's behind the defense. Lynch tries to catch him. He can't. And DeJuan Brown lays it in. Or DeJuan Green, I'm having trouble with that name, lays it in.
5 ball turnovers, John.
They'll kill you. Moore back within 5 here. Mosley out top, right side to Varga. Looks down low, nothing there. Moore in the zone defense here. Back out to Mosley. Nickel, back to Varga. He's open for a 3. Missed it short. Ball tipped twice, and Lynch has it for the Tigers. Out to Mosley. Wide open, fake the 3. Drives into the lane. Shifts it to Simon Smith for the layup. Nickel drives. drops a dime to Simon Smith, and the Tiger lead back up to 7. Moore, high right is Carver, out top to Green. One dribble, high left to Vaden, swings it over to Anderson, who didn't have a lot of action in that first half because of foul trouble. Vaden down low, the left hand hook over Mosley, up and in. First two of the night for Rayvon Vaden. 36-31 Tigers. Mosley walks it across. High left against the zone, out top to Lynch. Right corner Mudd, back out to Lynch. Swing it across to Mosley. Long three ball in the air, good. Second three of the night for Nickel. He's in double figures with 10. The Tigers have enough shooters to make more come out of that zone. We'll see if it's effective. Carver high left, swing it to Vaden out top. Looking down low, gets it to Anderson at the free throw line. Wants to drive on Mudd, does drive on Mudd, puts it up, it's blocked by Aiden, ball on the deck, picked up by Vaden, shoots a three, long, no good, and as Mudd chased it down, I think they're going to call a foul on him. He and Anderson were fighting for the loose ball, and they call a foul on Aiden Mudd. That's his second.
Well, good effort by both guys. I think not a good shot by Vaden right there, and it kind of got bailed out now. More on inbounds under their own basket.
Vaden looking. Still looking, gets it into Anderson, tipped away. Great hands by Mudd, and Varga has it, going the other way. Here's Mosley at the top. Wants to drive, cut off there by Vaden. He'll dribble back out top. Left side to Varga, open, fake the three, got it to Mudd for the layup. Driving layup for Aiden Mudd, and a good pass that time from Ben Varga to give Mudd the ball on the run. Tigers back up 10 here, 41-31. Vaden dribbles right in front of us against Mosley. The switch to Varga. Handoff to Anderson out top. Anderson tries to drive on Varga. Cut off. Gets it in the corner to Vaden. He'll dribble it out. Looking down low as he does. Instead out top to Carver at the center circle. Lynch has him. Carver spins. Nowhere to go though as Lynch cuts him off to Green. High left. Gets a high screen. Dribbles left. Double team comes. Looks down low. Gets it down low to Lord. Hits a cutting Vaden. His shot is blocked. He was in a bad spot there, and Lynch got a piece of it. Here's Matt the other way. Hands it to Mosley. Fake the three. Dribbles back out top. A whistle down low and a foul on Simon Smith away from the ball.
And that's, John, let me tell you exactly what happened. When Simon Smith got caught retaliating on Lord pushed him, and you can't turn around and throw a shoulder into a guy. And he looked like he pushed me. Well, you pushed him back. You can't do that, even if the guy fouled you.
Lord celebrating with his no points tonight, telling his coach how smart he was on that play.
Yeah, it worked.
It did work. 41-31 Tigers, 5 minutes to play in the third. Here's Carver out top, wants to drive against Lynch. Does, flips it up, it rolls in, and he's fouled from behind by Matt Lynch. Second field goal for Carver, his fourth point. No help came there, and Matt Lynch reached in from behind. His first, that's 3 fouls on the Tigers here early in the third quarter. Darius Carver will shoot the free throw here.
Carver, a 65% foul shot, and got a whistle.
Violation on Moore.
So no free throw.
It went in, so remember that if this one's close late. Take it off the board. 41-33. Moore brings pressure defense in the backcourt. Ball into Varga. They swing it across to Mosley in the backcourt. Long one ahead to Varga. Double team comes. Got it to Simon Smith. Over to Mosley. Fake the three. Carver comes to get him. Mosley looks to drive against Carver. He does. Kicks it out to Lynch. Matt fakes the three. Left side to Mudd. It's a high screen. Mudd dribbling against Green. Hands it to Smith in the corner. Simon dribbles twice. In trouble. Hands it to Varga. Varga at the top. Goes around his man. Lays it up. And the ball goes out of bounds. I guess it went off Moore. They didn't call a foul, which I thought should have been called. Coach Sutton wants it going off of Varga, but the Tigers keep it.
Well, Simon Smith getting a little frustrated, getting pushed around a lot, and I'm watching him and Lord.
Lynch has the inbounds out top, high right, in the corner to Mudd, back out to Lynch. Matt balances the floor to the left. Out top to Mosley. Mosley against Green. Hands it off to Mudd, out top to Lynch. Tigers looking for something down low here, not there. Smith's got it out top, down low to Varga. Fall away 12-footer, in and out and back in. Fall away from the baseline, and Varga's got 13. 4 minutes to go in the third. Green's got it out top to Vaden. Swing it right side to Carver. Carver wants to go on Lynch again. I'm mad I'm playing off of him.
I agree, John.
Shoot a three here. Instead, he drives into the lane, knocked away by Mudd, and he's got it going the other way. It's 3-on-2. Mudd will take it himself and lay it up and in. He got fouled, but no call. Nice job by Aiden Mudd because the passing lane was cut off and Moore throws it away. Tigers will get it back. Trey Ellis, Fred Smith, E.J. Waller, all in for the Mustangs. Bodsbach in for the Tigers.
And John Moore got a little careless there after the bucket by by Mudd. A good decision by Mudd. Now Tigers inbound under their own basket. Nobody touched the inbounds play.
Mosley looking, still looking. Lobs it into Bodsbach. He'll kick it out high to Simon Smith. Swing right side to Varga. Varga dribbles against Waller. He's pushed, no call. Gets it out to Mosley. Mosley to the top. Got that screen again and hit that three again. This time it was Bodsbach setting the three. He's got 13, does Mosley. Tigers with their biggest lead, 48-33. Here's Green, and this time they call it on Varga. Same thing happened to Varga on the other end, no call.
And it's a foul, John, but you got to be consistent if you're going to call reaches on one end. I mean, it's a foul.
Yep.
But you got to be consistent with the call until Tigers lead by 15 with 3:12 left here in the third.
First foul on Ben. That's 4 on the Tigers. Mosley reads the inbounds, picks it off, and lays it in. More Coach Roy Sutton calls timeout. We'll take one as well. 3:05 to go, third quarter. Tigers lead it by 17. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissig Impact Sports Radio Network. John and Tony. Good stat, Tony. Tigers on a run here.
Last 57 seconds, Tigers have run off a 9-0 run to go up 50-33, and Moore will inbounds in backcourt to start here with 3:05. 17-point Tiger lead.
Green will bring it across against Varga. Gets a high screen. Varga gets through it. Guarding Green out top. Into the corner. Here's Waller. Picked up by Varga on the switch, and now Green. Varga apparently has to guard everybody on this trip because he's got Green now. Back to Waller. Left corner. Mosley comes to get him. Dribbles inside, throws it inside. Layup blocked by, I think Simon Smith got it. Tigers have a 3-on-2 the other way. Varga, three-pointer spot up, good. 16 for Ben. It's his 4th three of the night, and the lead has swollen to 20. Ball knocked away from behind, a whistle and a call, I guess, against Bodsbach or Varga here. The Moore player beat him to the spot, back tip, but they're going to say Ben Varga got a piece of the elbow. Second on Ben, 5 now on the Tigers. No fouls on Moore yet this half. And that was a concern in the first half, and the Tigers didn't shoot a free throw. And Moore will call a timeout because they can't get the ball in bounds. That's the 3rd timeout for Coach Roy Sutton. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full.
30-second time.
Yeah, you keep head faking, you get a long 30.
One official said it was a full. One official said it was a 30. Kerry Thompson will come in for the first time for Moore now. And I think Coach Sutton, he wanted to call him Coach Roy.
You called him Cooper a couple of times.
Coach Sutton not happy with his team right now.
Well, Tigers bring in Colin McCarthy for the first time as senior, and Baylor Bayline coming in the game for the Tigers. Moore will inbound when we resume play, down 20, 53-33 with 2:25 left here in the third quarter.
Ellis will put it in play. Simon Smith gets a break here as McCarthy comes back in the game. Comes into the game for the first half. Ellis to put it in play. Looking, still looking. Into the corner to Waller. He takes a long three. Good. Wow. Now he's hit a couple of those.
Tough shot.
And both of them were surprises to us, I think, when they went in. Bonsbach's got it in the front court, in trouble in the corner to McCarthy. Collin, nobody comes to get him, so he looks now down low to Bayline. Bayline dribbles, gives it to McCarthy, lays it up and rolls off. Ahead of the pack is Ellis. 53-38 with under 2 to play here in the third. Mosley gets it ahead to Bayline. He dribbles in, drops it for McCarthy, knocked out of bounds by Waller. And the Tigers will keep it under their own basket.
And John, when you have McCarthy, Bayline, and Bonsbach on the front line, there's not much scoring there. So you got Varga and Mosley, the scorers, as they inbound.
Mosley puts it into Bonsbach. He'll take a long three way off.
I don't know why he shot that.
That's a shot St. X coach Kevin Klein wanted here. Here's Vaden the other way. Tries to go around Bonsbach, and it's blocked by the bottom of the rim. And here comes Mosley the other way. Not a bad move by Vaden. It's 5-on-4 right now. Vaden finally gets back into the play. Double team out front, and Trey Ellis with a push. First foul of the quarter, and the Bronx cheer from the Rage Cave.
And that was a late whistle on a bump going away from him, and the referee on this side did not call it. Back in the game, Darius Carver, and he'll get Green. 1:25 left, third quarter. Tigers lead by 15.
Green says to Coach Sutton, I'm not tired. Yeah, he's been in the whole way here. And I think Coach Sutton just wanted to give him a break. Here's Mosley in the front court. Guarded by Thompson. Stops, bomb three, no good. Tipped up twice, and Ellis comes down with it for the Mustangs. Trying to get back in this game. Waller's got it high left. Gets it to an open Thompson. Wouldn't shoot it. Got it back to Waller. He goes into the lane. Knocked away by Bonsbach. Ball on the deck. It's going to be a held ball. Moore will keep it as Mosley got on the floor to get it. John Carroll, Matt Lynch back in for the Tigers. And now where's the offense going to come from, Tony?
Well, we're going to see.
Lynch will give you some offense. Varga will give you some offense.
Only 57 seconds left here in the third.
And maybe John Carroll as well. Ball inbound in the corner to Jakari Thompson. He dribbles out top, hands it to Waller. Guarded by Carroll, tries to go around him, in trouble, lost it, got it back, got it out to Vaden with 50 seconds to go in the half. McCarthy comes to get Rayvon Vaden. They give it to Thompson, hand off to Carver. He drives into the lane, goes up over McCarthy, lays it up, no good. Good D by Colin McCarthy there. And Lynch with a rebound. Here's John Carroll bringing it across. Goes to the top of the key, guarded by Thompson. No count on, with 25 seconds to go in the quarter. Carroll in trouble. Gets it to Varga. Ben dribbles to the middle, and he's fouled by Jakari Thompson. First on him, second on the Mustangs here in the third quarter.
18 seconds. You know the philosophy, get the last shot, miss or make. Don't give Moore an opportunity to cut this 15-point lead. You got to get it in first.
Lynch looking, still looking, gets it into Bayline. 3 dribbles and a handoff to Varga, who will hold it with 14 seconds. Double team comes, gets it to Carroll. John Carroll stops, 3 ball in the air, no good. Rebound fought for, a held ball, I believe, and the Tigers will have another chance here. No, it's Mustangs off. No, that can't be right, Tony. Didn't the Mustangs get it down here when the Tigers had a held ball?
That's what they're all discussing. Arrow was not changed.
Yeah, I think this is right. The arrow was not changed after the held ball at the other end. Now Tiger ball with 5.8 to go. Green back in for Moore. I think Coach Sutton thought they were going to have the basketball when he put Green back in.
Well, referees are over like, did y'all make a mistake? Well, referees make mistakes a lot of the times too, so don't take it out on the guy with the arrow.
Carroll will put it in play for the Tigers with 5.8. Oh, he had Bayline. He missed him. Now he throws it out deep to Lynch. Matt's got 5 seconds. He drives, lays it up left-handed, rolls off. Carroll with the putback at the buzzer. It goes in, and the Tigers lead it 55-38 after 3 quarters. We'll take a break. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Bissett Impact Sports Radio Network. Tigers in the books here, and Ben Varga with 16 points to lead St. X. 15 for Nickel Mosley. DeJuan Green has 14 to lead more, but the Tigers stretched the lead there in the third quarter, Tony. 17-point lead, 55-38.
Yeah, John did an excellent job playing D and going. I've got a few scores real quick. Over at Ballard, Seneca still leads Ballard in the third quarter by 5. And the other game is Manual leads PRP at PRP in the fourth by 9.
It is Vaden, Green, Brooks, Anderson, and Carver for the Mustangs as we start the fourth quarter. They have the ball. Ball knocked away from behind by Varga. I think that time maybe lucky he didn't get it sounded like a slap on the elbow. But Moore will keep it under their own basket. Tigers come out with Carroll, Bayline, Simon Smith, Lynch, and Varga. Looking down low, still looking. They finally get it in. It's on the ground. Bayline fights for it. And Simon Smith with a blocked shot, but they're going to get him for the foul that will send Moore to the foul line. Second on Simon, and now 6 on the Tigers. So you can't get into a fouling stretch here if you're St. X, because you can allow Moore to get back in this game at the free throw line. Anderson will shoot a pair. This one's good.
60% foul shooter on the year.
First point of the night for Jerron Anderson. He averages 8 on the season. He'll shoot one more to try to cut the lead to 15, and he does not. And the ball's on the ground, picked up by Baylor Bayline. Handed to John Carroll. He'll walk it across against Green. Carroll into the lane. They don't stop him. He stops himself, kicks it to Simon Smith. 12-footer no good. Rebounded by Green. Wants to run, cut off by Carroll in the backcourt. And now he'll bring it across himself. Goes down the lane, puts it up over Carroll. No good. Terrific defense. Rebound by the Mustangs, knocked away, and here's the Tigers going the other way.
John Carroll's hurt.
Out top. Give it to Simon Smith. He goes up. He's fouled, and John Carroll holding his left leg underneath the basket at the other end. In the meantime, Simon Smith will go to the free throw line.
What's he standing here?
They've got it.
I know. Nobody seems to be in a big hurry. He's been down for a while, John. At the end of that play, he went down, and they let the play go, which was fine, but
foul is on future Brooks. As the Tiger medical staff down there to check on John Carroll underneath the Moore basket. Makai Smith will come in for John Carroll, but yeah, you hate to see this anytime, Tony, but late in the season, John Carroll, an integral part of this team.
Yeah, he did a great job defensively there on Green. Green went to the hole, and he got in front of him and just stayed. They both went to the floor, but John Carroll didn't get up. Hopefully he'll be okay. But Tigers lead 55-39. There's 7:15 left in this basketball game.
And Simon Smith will go to the line, Tony. Not many trips to the line, if any. Is this the first trip of the night?
Yes.
For the St. X Tigers to the free throw line?
Nobody shot a free throw in the third quarter. Tigers had no free throws at halftime. So when we resume action, Simon Smith will go to the line where he's a 72% foul shooter. But the concern right now is John Carroll. And he's up.
7:15 to go here in the game, Tony. Tigers getting ready to take their first free throw. That's rare.
That is rare in a game that's, been, defensively contested very hard. What I like about this Moore team, John, is when they're playing defense, they get to the next pass. They're very quick, very disciplined. Just got to have more than 39 points with 7 minutes left in the game, and I think that's where Moore struggles.
John Carroll walking off on his own, but a noticeable limp on that left leg. As again, Makai Smith in for Carroll as Mosley continues to get plenty of rest on the bench. You expect Nickel back in this game before too long, especially if it gets much closer. But right now, Simon Smith will shoot a pair. He's got 4 points in the game. Make it 5 as he knocks down the first free throw. 56-39. Tigers back up by 17. That was the margin at the end of the quarter. And Simon will have one more.
Tigers haven't missed tonight from the foul line.
Now they have. 1 for 2. Moore comes the other way. Carver. Yeah, you did. Carver has it out front. Matt Lynch comes to get him. Tigers a little confused, looks like, on defense. Green's got it at the elbow. He drives on Varga, lost it, got it back. Got it to Anderson, who goes around Bayline and lays it in. First field goal for Anderson. He's got 3. In fact, he's got all 3 here in the quarter, and they're all 3 of Moore's points. 56-41. Matt Lynch, bring it across. Hands it to Makai. Baden comes to get him. Smith dribbles left, in trouble. Gets it to Lynch, near midcourt. Left side high to Simon Smith. Back to Lynch. Matt wants to drive on Green. He does get around him. He goes to the bucket, lays it up. It rolls off. Ball tipped. He got it back himself. In trouble. Tried to throw it up, and the ball loose, and Green's got it going the other way, and he's fouled by Lynch, and he'll go to the free throw line. And you can't put more to the free throw line with backcourt fouls. That's just silly. Second on Lynch, 7 on the Tigers, and DeJuan Green will shoot a 1-and-1. Aiden Mudd will come in for Bayline.
Bayline, who's played a pretty good ball game. He's, his stat line doesn't show up. He's been very active on the defensive end and on the boards.
Tony Matt Lynch thought he got fouled, but you can't foul after you thought you got fouled.
Yeah, you can't escalate the play when it doesn't go your way.
Free throw good by Green. He's got 15. And Moore trying to cut this to 13 with 6:22 to go. Referee has a couple of words with Rayvon Vaden and Matt Lynch as they had a little meeting in the lane there. Green free throw is good. Pressure in the back court. Not much though as Makai Smith brings it across against Vaden. Dribbling left, handoff to Varga. Varga dribbles away from Vaden, goes right into the lane and lays it in. Well, he's hit 4 threes, so you have to come up on him, and he went right around Rayvon Vaden. Here's Carver the other way with a floater off the glass that somehow goes down. Makai Smith sort of backed away, tried to play a little D there, but give Carver credit. 58-35. Varga again gives it to Lynch. Out top, Lynch had a 3, turned it down. Gave it to Smith, Simon, who gave it right back to him, and he decided not to take the shot. Ball knocked away in the back court, but Lynch goes to get it. Knocked away again, and this time they call a foul on Rayvon Vaden, and Royce Sutton not happy with that call. Little back tip from Vaden, but he gets his second foul.
What I don't like the Tigers are doing on offense, they're retreating. They're retreating back to half court, and they're putting themselves in bad touch. They got to run some sets and get going towards the basket.
Well, John Carroll out with the injury, and we haven't seen Mosley in a while. I don't know why, because ball handling an issue with this 5 on the court. Here's Varga with a 12-footer, hit as he put it up from the baseline. Not a good shot, but bailed out by Darius Carver.
Yeah, bad foul by Carver right there. He's making Varga take a really tough shot on the baseline, fall away. And just as you asked, John, Nickel Mosley comes to the table. Varga will go to the foul line. But Ben Varga's a 68% foul shooter, and that's hard for me to believe with that stroke.
You look like 100% on that one. E.J. Waller, who's hit a couple of threes, back in for Moore, and as you mentioned, Mosley back in for the Tigers.
A lot of time left in this ball game. 5:26. Senex leads 59-45, and the second free throw coming by Varga is good.
20 for Ben after the scoreless night Saturday against Woodford County. He's put up a 20 spot. Here's a double team in the back court. They get it ahead to Anderson, to Vaden, back out to Green. He drives into the lane, drops it for Vaden. It goes right off his hands, out of bounds. And the Tigers will take it over after an unforced error.
Well, first time we've seen the Tigers go three-quarter court 1-2-2, and it worked for them.
Mosley brings it across against Waller. Double team comes, picks up his dribble, in trouble. Gets it out to Mudd at the top. Aiden drives, hands it to Simon Smith, out to Lynch. Tigers reset. Right side to Mudd. He drives baseline, goes over the reverse layup and rolls in. Terrific move by Aiden Mudd. He's got 8. The lead back up to 17. Here's Carver into the lane, puts it up over Lynch, no good. Mudd up high for the rebound. Gives it to Mosley. Nickel, one-on-one in the backcourt. Double team now comes his way. He gets across, throws it across to Matt Lynch in the corner to Varga. Wide open 3, good. 23 for Varga, 7 in the quarter, his 5th 3. Lead back up to 20. Anderson at the other end, hands it to Green, out top to Carver. 4:23 to go. Here's Green into the lane. Goes up over Simon Smith, who got a piece of him, and Green laid it in. That's one Simon probably should have gone up and swatted it and just taken the foul.
Yeah, Smith's looking around like, well, I didn't find it. Yes, he did, son. Got the hands down, and when you get the hands down, it's a foul.
That's 18 for DeJuan Green. Tony's having a nice night here. He'll shoot 1 free throw, try to cut it to 17. And Varga will get a break here. Hottest guy on the court. Free throw's good. 65-48. Bonsbach back in there for Varga. Mosley brings it across. Stops at the top, guarded by Waller. Double team comes, out high to Lynch. Matt gets it down to Bonsbach in the lane, put the layup up and overshot it. Expected contact, and now he's limping back down the court. 5-on-4 here. Anderson drives, gives it to Smith, or Green out top, excuse me. Bonsbach comes to get him. DeLon Green licking his chops here. Right side to Carver. Long three in the air, good. First three for Darius Carver, 5th for the Mustangs. And quickly the lead back down to 14. Here's Mosley into the lane. Goes up, lays it up. No foul. Rebound Carver. 3-on-2 the other way. Here's Carver in the lane. 15-footer, banked it in.
Okay, timeout, St.
Kevin Klein wants a timeout. He gets a timeout with 3:23 to go. 8 straight points for the Moore Mustangs and bad shots on the offensive end by the Tigers.
Quick bad shots, John. You take Varga out. I agree with you. I mean, if he was tired of it, he needs a break. I understand. But they need to get him back in the ball game because he's opened the floor up for the Tigers. 2 quick shots that weren't good. You know, Bonsbach goes to the lane. Looks like a good move and shoots it over the back. And then Mosley goes in and forces one. They're not live ball turnovers, but they're getting more out on the break. And when Moore gets out on the break, that's what they're at their best.
And with a 15 to 20 point lead, it's only quick shots. You don't need quick shots.
No, not at all, John. I think all they've done is let Moore back in this game by taking not good shots. So you're looking at 8-point run here for the Moore Mustangs in about 50 seconds.
Yeah.
And Varga does come back in the game.
That was quick.
Yeah, look at your personnel. You know, I'm going to say this in a nice way. All these guys are good players in their own ways. But you got to have your best lineup on the floor when things are going good. You can't just substitute to get guys in the game. And I'm not saying that's what they're doing. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
You got to have the guys that are playing well on the floor. You can't just sub guys in.
So it's 65-53. The Tigers will get the ball on any held possession here. Moore with 5 team fouls, so Tigers they can still foul once without St. X going to the free throw line. Moore already in the bonus. Tigers put it in play. Lynch has it in the backcourt, dribbling against Green. Goes right around him. Now he holds up. Double team comes. Tries to dribble away from it. Can't. Gets it in the corner to Simon Smith. Back out to Lynch. Cross court to Mosley with 3:10 to go. Tigers can run some clock here if they so choose. Looks like that might be what they're trying to do. Here's Lynch into the lane. 20-footer good. Just inside the 3-point line. I'm surprised he took it, but Matt Lynch is in double figures now with 10, and that breaks an 8-0 run. Down low is Anderson. Lost his footing as Bayline playing defense, and here's Lynch the other way. Right down the middle. Stops it for Simon Smith, who's fouled as he tries to lay it in, and Simon will shoot a pair. Rayvon Vaden gets his 3rd foul. And Matt Lynch shot, Tony, you good with it? It went in.
I didn't think it was a good shot, John, but you know what? If you're going to shoot it, you might as well make it. And a nice pass by Lynch right there to get Simon Smith to the foul line.
He'll shoot a pair 1 for 2 tonight, the only Tiger to visit the free throw line, and he knocks this one down for his 6-point. I'll take it back. Varga hit a couple earlier this quarter.
Didn't look good going up there, but found these nice soft rims and fell right in.
Lead back up to 15 now at 68-53 with 2:44 to go. Tigers trying to get their 17th win of the season. This one rolls out. Knocked away from behind by Lynch, and Varga puts it up and in. Boy, a hustle play from Matt Lynch there. That's why he's terrific on this team. You call him glue, and that's exactly what he is. Here's Green the other way. Goes up, lays it up off the bottom of the backboard, but got it back. Double teamed, out top to Waller. He drives in with a floater, good. E.J. Waller off the bench, been really good for Moore tonight. He's got 10. 70-55, Tigers lead it with 2:12 to play. Mosley out top against Waller, dribbles into the lane. Picks it up. Waller fouls him on purpose. No call. He get it to Bayline. Baylor dribbles into the lane. Stops. Out top to Lynch. Lynch to Mosley left side. Under 2 to play here. Nickel looks like he's looking for a shot, and I don't think he should be. He goes into the lane, puts up a fall away good.
Good call, John.
Well, you don't have to shoot that.
I don't disagree with you.
Tigers call timeout to get Bonsbach back in there. So you got
seniors.
5 seniors in the game right now. Mosley, Bonsbach, Simon Smith, Lynch, and Bayline.
Now, Moore can take this as a full timeout if they want. They don't have to go right back out and play.
Coach Sutton decides not to. 72-55. Tigers lead is 17. Here's Vaden in the backcourt. Gets it to Green. Dribbling against Simon Smith. Jumper from the block from Darius Carver. He knocks it down. He's got 13-11 here in the second half. The lead is 15. Mosley in trouble in the backcourt. Ahead to Bayline. Gets it back from him. Dribbled it off his own foot, but chased it down. Out high to Lynch. Takes a long three. No good. I'm not sure Coach Klein happy with that.
I think he's trying to get the other guys in the game.
15 to go. Here's Trey Ellis out top. Hands it to Waller. He dribbles. Takes a long three. No rim. Back rimmed it. Tipped out by Lynch, and Simon Smith has it for the Tigers. And he's fouled from behind by Darius Carver. His second. And Simon Smith will go to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Tiger seniors, at least some of them, 4 of the 5 will come out now, Tony, their last regular season game here at the Wills Center. Colin McCarthy, the other senior, will come in. Nakai Smith, Chandler Strong also in, along with Quinn Kitchen.
That's just trying to do a curtain call for the seniors.
Last move by Coach Sutton here as he empties his bench as well. 1:03 to go. Tigers lead is 15.
It's more team, John. I tell you what, they flat got after it tonight. I think they have the personality of Coach Sutton. They get after it hard. Just couldn't get the ball in the basket enough. And Green's a really good player.
Still got 6 out there. And DeJuan Green, who will leave with 19 tonight, had a nice game, Tony. He's good. Quick.
No, I like him a lot. He's a nice player. 17-point average. Having a really nice game tonight.
So Simon Smith, if you want a curtain call, you got to hit a couple free throws here. Knocks down the first one. His 7th point. He'll shoot one more. Camden Jaggers waits at the table to replace Simon Smith.
What does Simon Smith want to do? Stay in the game or get out?
Well, I'd want the applause here. He'll get it with his 8th point. Now you got 5 in there, including the senior Colin McCarthy. So we'll see if he gets to come out.
He probably preferred to play.
He probably would. I would think so. Ellis brings it across. Right side. I think that's Wilson. Back to Ellis. Dribbles, runs right over Kitchen, who takes the charge.
Look at Quinn Kitchen coming in the game and taking contact. Big smile on Coach Klein's face.
3rd on Trey Ellis, and Quinn Kitchen draws the charge.
And Colin McCarthy will come out of the game.
McCarthy will come out.
And John, I know who this Cole Sherman in the game for the Tigers.
Sophomore in for the Tigers on a violation as Jaggers ran the baseline when he couldn't. Moore will get it back with 45 seconds to play here. You know, it's funny. The referee tells you every time there, keep your spot. And sometimes guys just don't keep their spot, Tony. Joshua Thomas into the lineup for Moore. As I mentioned, Coach Sutton emptied his bench. Ellis put it in play. Drops it, and the layup is put up no good. Ellis got it back, put it up, and he's fouled. Trey Ellis will go to the foul line and shoot a pair. Sherman gets the foul. With 41.2 to go. Successful senior night for the Tigers tonight.
It is, John, and they did a nice job of just staying in there battling. Vargas had a good night. Mosley's had a pretty good night. Lynch has played well. So a lot of guys that you get the W now is what you really wanted. Didn't matter how you got it. And I guess Ellis made it.
He did. 9th point for Trey Ellis off the bench. But Tiger team, and we'll see the numbers after the game, they shot the ball very well tonight, Tony. Second one's no good. Quinn Kitchen up high for the rebound, lost it, got it back. It's a held ball, and the Tigers will keep it. So Quinn Kitchen has taken a charge, and now he has a rebound on the scoring sheet as well.
It's taken over.
Strong will put it in play. Threw it away to Ellis. Knocked away off of Chandler Strong. Ellis knocked it away from him. Off of him. And Trey Booker in for the Mustangs. Ellis to put it in. Throws it in the corner to Booker. One dribble. Jumper in the air. Short, no good. And Kitchen with another rebound.
Stat stuffer.
Stat stuffer. Give it to Mekhi Smith. He'll walk it across. Double team comes. He gets it to Chandler Strong. Cross court to Sherman with 20 seconds. Sherman dribbles. Gets it over to Mekhi. Almost threw it away, but Mekhi saved it. Smith dribbles back out top. Over to Sherman with 10 seconds. Coach Sutton yelling no foul. Jaggers to Sherman. The Tigers will dribble it out. And they'll win it tonight here, 74-58. And get their 17th win of the season. We'll take a break. Come back with the Eye Care Institute post-game report. You're listening to St. X High School basketball on the Missing Impact Sports Radio Network.